Oh, I love haters. I love them all. I love them all. I love them all. Well, I wish I could hug them all, hug them all. I wish I could hug them all. Now, yes, this time we're talking about the real Dwayne Johnson. Now, Disney has reportedly cut ties with Dwayne Johnson as $3 billion kidnapping lawsuit moves forward. Disney has reportedly cut ties with Dwayne Johnson in a major film franchise after a massive $3 billion lawsuit was filed that names Johnson as the mastermind behind an elaborate kidnapping plot against another former pro wrestler and her children. Now, in May 2022, Johnny Depp was still buried in the drudgery of a defamation lawsuit against his ex-wife Amber Heard. 4 days a week, Depp made the trek from his hotel room to the Fairfax County Courthouse in Virginia. And each day, those in the gallery and those watching the trial online were privy to new accusations, new allegations, and new revelations about the couple's tumultuous relationship. What's up, One True? What up, Phil G? Depp's legal woes in response to his ex-wife's unrelenting attempts to defame his character permanently had taken a toll on his acting career, ultimately leading to Depp's dismissal from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise by Disney and the Fantastic Beasts franchise by Universal. Among other lost opportunities in film projects, and in the midst of the battle brewing in Virginia between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard during the spring of 2022. Reports began to surface about the possibility of another wildly successful actor taking on the role of Captain Jack Sparrow. In May 2022, several media outlets began reporting about Disney's possible plans to offer the titular Pirates role to actor Dwayne Johnson. Because of Johnson's success in Hollywood as well as his relationship with Disney, the idea of the studios welcoming Johnson aboard the Black Pearl didn't sound too far-fetched, though many fans of the swashbuckling film franchise were up in arms over such a proposal, saying they boycott any Pirates film that didn't feature Johnny Depp in his career-defining role as the drunken, witty with words Captain Jack. Johnson has had roles in some of the Hollywood's most lucrative films and franchises, including the role of Luke Hobbs in the Fast and the Furious franchise and the role of Black Adam in the film by the same name. His career also includes roles in many movies for Disney, including Race to Witch Mountain, 2007, The Game Plan in 2009, Mona in 2016, and The Jungle Cruise 2021. He is now one of the Hollywood's highest paid actors and just recently announced a new film project for Disney, the live action Take Two of Moana. But it's amazing how quickly things can take a turn for the worse. Before Johnson was a Hollywood icon, he was a WWE star. He began acting in 2001 but didn't officially hang up his gold belt until 2019. Now, one of his former associations inside the WWE has come back to haunt him as Johnson has been named in a massive $3 billion kidnapping lawsuit by former TNA Total Nonstop Action Wrestling wrestler Trinisha Biggers, also known by her ring name Raka Khan. Khan claims that she and her children were the targets of an elaborate criminal plot orchestrated by Johnson and a plethora of other defendants, some individuals, some groups, some government agencies, and some businesses, and that together the defendants worked to kidnap Biggers as well as her children. Now, a report at Essentially Sports suggests that talk about Johnson taking over the role of Captain Jack has been silenced following news of the lawsuit against the former wrestler. The report even goes so far as to suggest that the producer of the Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise, Jerry Bruckheimer, could be nearly laser focused on bringing back Johnny Depp for the role in the sixth installment of the franchise. Now it looks like Depp is finally going to come out of his unwanted hiatus as producer Jerry Bruckheimer came up with his stance on his casting in the next Pirates film from Oscar Red Carpet. Bruckheimer noted, "We're all working on it. The next Pirates film, we'll see how it comes out. We're very excited. I think we're going to have a great screenplay and we're getting close." When asked about Depp potentially returning, the co-producer noted, "We'll see. I would love it. I would love to have him in the movie. That's all that I could tell you." This definitely came as a positive shocker for fans, even if not as a confirmation. This could also be a damper on the hopes of Dwayne Johnson fans who wanted to see him take the titular role in the iconic franchise. For now, it looks like Johnny Depp will continue to be Jack Sparrow. At this time, there is no mention of Disney cutting ties with Dwayne Johnson in any other film project. Only time will tell whether Disney will allow Bruckheimer and Depp fans to have their way in the next Pirates of the Caribbean film. Now, these are serious allegations. Saying that, you know, that you know, so, it's crazy. So it's like, this is serious accusations. If this is true, this could really hurt The Rock's career. But I don't know. It's a far-fetched thing to say that. I mean, this person Khan coming out of nowhere and saying this stuff, it could be some validity to it. It may not be. I like to wait till we get the full information before going out and just saying something. But it's funny to me how nobody's really talking about it. You know, everybody is, you know, everybody's kind of quiet on this story because nobody's ever talked about this story. But Jonathan Majors, they plastered his ass all over the place. It's like, it's crazy to me. He couldn't get the same respect, but they probably didn't talk about it a lot because they want to make it go quiet. They want to keep it under wraps, but this is serious. She's saying that she was kidnapped. What's her name? Raka Khan. Let me look her up. Raka. Ooh, I remember Raka Khan. God damn, she was fine. I remember her. You know, this is crazy. And it's not against just him. Raka Khan has a lawsuit against the FBI, multiple wrestling names, and more allowed to move forward. This is moving forward. So she has filed against a dizzying number of parties, including the FBI. So she's against the FBI. This is against the FBI as well. So the state of Texas and a ton of wrestling personalities and companies is reportedly clear to move forward. That Trinisha Biggers, who was Raka Khan in TNA and had a run in WWE's developmental system, filed a lawsuit in October of 2022 in the U.S. District Court, Southern District of New York. The suit alleged that there was a conspiracy against her in regard to the criminal court case she has been facing since 2019 on charges of interference with child custody and aggravated kidnapping facilitate. According to the site, the lawsuit was filed against dozens of parties that include wrestling legends, promoters, NBA legend Michael Jordan, various police departments, and at least one individual, Chris Benoit, who has been dead for 16 years. The lawsuit alleges that the defendants conspired to kidnap plaintiff and her children. The site notes that the 48-page lawsuit mostly consists of the list of defendants, some of whom are listed multiple times. The following individuals are among those on the defendant list. The state of Texas. Okay, the state of Texas, the El Paso Child Protective Services, the FBI, the Las Cruces, New Mexico Police Department, the NYPD, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, New York ACS, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Shirley Police Department, Sigma Phi Epsilon, Suffolk County, New York, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, The Miz and Maurice, Heath Miller, Nikki Bella, Chris Benoit, Mark Jindrak, Panda Energy, the now defunct company that owned TNA, Home Depot, Florida Championship Wrestling, also now defunct, Steve Kern, the NWA, Billy Corgan, Deep South Wrestling, defunct, Bank of America, Michael Jordan, several universities, Jim Cornette, Mick Foley, New York City Area Energy Company, Con Edison, and more. According to the report, there was no movement until February, when court records indicate that Biggers was allowed to move forward with the lawsuit with the prepayment of any court fees. She was notified of the filing by mail at a home address listed in New York City. Biggers is said to be seeking $3 billion in damages, and none of the listed defendants have been served as of yet. Biggers still has a bench warrant for her arrest after she failed to appear in December on the charges. Biggers was indicted on the charges in October 2019 and was at one point one of the most wanted fugitives in El Paso when she didn't show up in court. She was finally arraigned in December of that year after no showing 2 court appearances and having her bail revoked. Her trial was delayed many different times, due in part to the pandemic. According to Texas law, interference with child custody is when someone takes or retains a child when that person knows that the taking or detention of the child violates a judgment or order. It's a felony and punishable by up to 2 years in prison. Whoa. This is crazy. So basically, she took her child without, she didn't have the right to take her child from what it's saying. But what she's saying is that they conspired, all the people she named, to kidnap. I don't know, dog. I don't trust this at all. These allegations are kind of, no, The Rock is black. The Rock is half black. His dad was Rocky Johnson. He's black. He's black and Samoan, I believe. What's up, Still the King? Man, I ain't watching that shit. I already know what's gonna happen. So yeah, this is very serious allegations. This hasn't been talked about at all in the media, the news, or anything. This is like under wraps. Like very under wraps. You know what I'm saying? So that is crazy. Like, man, that's crazy. Yeah, he black and Samoan, yeah. Yeah, The Rock's black. It's crazy though, man. What's up, Q Lee? What? DeSantis won the lawsuit against Disney? Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow, that's crazy. You said he won? Where does it say he won? Yeah, I'm looking it up now. So he signed the bill into giving a board oversees government services Disney World the ability to void development agreements that had already been approved for the resort. So they're suing each other, and the matter is on hold, awaiting to be addressed by the judiciary system. So they haven't made nothing yet. DeSantis, so he passed the bill on Thursday. It did not originally involve Disney. Okay, so basically this started last year where Disney joined other companies in criticizing a contentious state education law that, among other things, prohibits classrooms discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity for young students. Opponents labeled it "Don't Say Gay." Mr. DeSantis and his Republican allies in Florida started to attack Disney as a woke company and began efforts to restrict its long-held autonomy in the state. They zeroed in on a special tax district created in 1967 that effectively turned Disney World into its own county. It gave Disney unusual control over fire protection, policing, waste management, road maintenance, bond issuance, and crucially, the planning of real estate development. Nah, he didn't win. It's in they got to go back to court. They're still in trial. So in February, the lawmakers stripped control of the District 5 member board from Disney and handed it to the governor. When Mr. DeSantis' appointees reported for duty, they were incensed to discover that the departing board had approved certain development agreements limiting the new board's power for decades to come. One of the agreements gives Disney the ability to build 14,000 additional hotel rooms, a fifth theme park, and 3 smaller parks. The other restricts the use of abutting land. No strip clubs, for instance. Disney World already has 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, 18 Disney-owned hotels, a shopping mall, and a 220-acre sports complex. So basically, DeSantis signed the bill into law giving a board that oversees government services at Disney World the ability to void development agreements that had already been approved for the resort. The new law is a relatively minor development in the ongoing conflict. between DeSantis and Disney over the potential expansion of the company's 25,000 acre theme park resort near Orlando. That is because Disney and the board have already sued each other over the development agreements. The matter is essentially on hold, awaiting to be addressed by the judicial system. The development agreements were approved by a previous Disney-controlled iteration of the board. The current board, made up of members appointed by Mr. DeSantis this year, contends that the agreements are illegal and voted to nullify them. Last week, Disney sued the board and Mr. DeSantis in federal court, claiming a targeted campaign of government retaliation. On Monday, the board filed a lawsuit in state court as part of its effort to void the agreements. The Florida legislature passed the bill on Thursday. It did not originally involve Disney. Okay. So yeah, Q, they're still battling it out. Basically, DeSantis is trying to control the growth of Disney because Disney basically runs and basically owns everything. Like Disney is basically Florida. It's basically Orlando, if you think about it, because they done turned Orlando into a tourist spot. So you kind of destroyed the local businesses and the other places to function. So, well, we know that one true. I just posted a TikTok on this and it's going viral right now. All right, that's cool. I'll check it out. So back to what we were talking about. Q came in. Oh, okay. I got it mixed up with the protection of Florida cruise industry. Okay, yeah. Now, basically, Dwayne Johnson is with other people, Michael Jordan, the FBI, and all these people in a lawsuit that basically Raka Khan, who is Miss Biggers, is saying that they tried to kidnap her and her children. They conspired. But my thing is, you missed your court dates. You missed 2 of your court dates that were in El Paso. You also weren't supposed to take your children. You weren't supposed to take your children at all. So you're going to be looked at as that. So like I said, I don't know if it's true or not, but all I know is she is not looking good right now if she's trying to take this to court against Dwayne Johnson. And she's seeking $3 billion. Like, come on. They're going to run her through the judiciary system until she's broke. They'll probably settle. They'll probably either settle or they'll probably fight it. So, do I believe this is going to hurt Dwayne Johnson? No. Dwayne Johnson will be starring in a movie soon. To me, I think you ought to put him and Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. That's what I would do, you know. But this is how it is. We have this jump to conclusions before we get the whole entirety of the story. And this is what's been haunting to me today's news. Today's news is more TMZ than it is real news. Today's journalists are nothing but entertainers trying to promote their podcasts or promote their shows instead of being like the old journalists, figuring out what's going on, finding what happened, when, what, where, how, why, instead of asking that. And this is why we have all the mix-ups in the news. Now, Dwayne, this isn't being put out there like that, because Dwayne Johnson is a prominent figure in Hollywood. They really love Dwayne Johnson. He was able to cross over from WWE or whatever he was with, TNA, all of that stuff, to basically be a prominent actor. To me, his movies, they're mid. I mean, he's okay. Dwayne Johnson acts like himself in every damn movie. His movies are very mid to me. Black Adam was a good movie. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. And then Rampage, I thought Rampage was good with him and the the white gorilla. What's up, Daryl Jones? So, this isn't gonna hurt Dwayne Johnson. He'll be back in no time, you know. Yeah, Rampage was funny. That was a funny ass movie. But his movies usually are okay. Like The Rock really doesn't have a lot of great movies. Yeah, you're right, Daryl Jones. He has. The Scorpion King was so bad. That movie was so terrible, dog. The Scorpion King, like, he was doing wrestling moves. He wasn't even doing real fighting moves. I remember me and my brother were watching it. He was like, listen, if this dude do one more wrestling move in this movie, I'm done. I can't. Like, it was that bad, but he has come a long way because I believe they butchered that character in the Scorpion King. They butchered that. And they butchered the mummy too. When they had him on it, they butchered it. He said, let's not talk about the, yeah. The only reason I watched it because I wanted to bang the chick. The chick was fine as hell. I wanted to bang her so bad. Oh man, yeah. That kind of made The Rock a comic relief. Right, DJ. Yeah, she was fine. She was beautiful as hell. He was even worse than yeah, he was terrible in Mummy too, dog. The CGI was terrible. The whole thing was terrible. Why would you have him come back as a scorpion? Hating on The Rock just like Will Smith. I'm not hating on The Rock. I'm not hating on Will Smith, dog, but they're not that good of actors, bro. The Rock is like mid, like he's below average, just like Will Smith is below average. Like to me, like Will Smith has better movies than The Rock, but his thing is acting wise, he's okay. Like Pursuit of Happiness was really like his best role, like as far as doing something else, but he was just being a father in that role. So that was easy for him, but he's always been mid as an actor, dog. I don't know what y'all see in Will Smith. Will Smith has always been overrated to me. And he acts feminine and damn near everything he does, he acts feminine. It's like, damn, bro, can you show you got balls? Like Bad Boys, even in Bad Boys, yeah, he was dressed fly and all that. He still has some feminine ways. Yeah, Focus was a good movie. But I mean, other than that, Will Smith's been kind of mid. Yeah, like Wild Wild West was terrible, and Men in Black was mid. Like Men in Black was okay, but I agree, Daryl Jones. Like you're not the only person who said that. There's people who said they liked it, and there's a lot of people say they hated that movie. Men in Black 2 was worse. Men in Black 3 was even more worse. Wild Wild West was so terrible. How the hell he butchered Adam West and he butchered what was his name? Artemis. I don't think his best performance was Ali. I liked him in 7 pounds. I thought he was good in 7 pounds. And concussion. Concussion in 7 pounds. Will Smith did an excellent job. He did an excellent job in that. Men in Black 1 is not a classic, Q. Stop it. Men in Black is not a classic. Men in Black was mid. Yeah, 7 pounds, concussion, man. He did a great job in that. Will Smith surprised me in those movies. I was like, whoa, Will Smith can act. He really showed his range when he did 7 pounds and concussion. He really showed his range. Oh God, Independence Day. Oh my gosh. When you're a kid and watch it, it's different. But when you're older and watch Independence Day, it's like this movie was trash. You know, you look at it like this is trash. Why did I even brag about this as a kid? Like for real, you like, why did I brag about this shit? Terrible. What the hell is that smell? I could have been at a barbecue. Hating on Will because he slapped Chris. No, I'm not hating on Will because he slapped Chris. Why would I hate on Will? I'm glad Chris Rock got slapped. I mean, dog, like, I'm not hating on Will because he slapped Chris Rock. What that got to do with anything? Chris Rock is a great stand-up comedian, but he sucks in movies. Like, he's great at comedy. I'm not hating on no Will Smith. I'm telling the truth. Will Smith is overrated. He's always been overrated. You just can't see it because you blind to it. Or when he played a slave, man, I'm tired. I'm gonna tell you the truth, Q. I'm tired of slave movies. I don't want to see no more slave movies. I want to see movies of us when we were kings and queens wearing gold, walking on roads that were I'm walking on, walking, on the ground that was, blessed to us. Like I want to see us in a better light. I'm tired of seeing slave movies. Like I'm really tired of slave movies. What's up, B Wyatt? Slave movies have gotten outdated. Suicide Squad was okay. What messed Suicide Squad up was they didn't use the Joker as the main villain. The Joker should have been the main villain. If you would have made Joker the main villain, Suicide Squad would have been a classic. But because you had this weak villain, it really sucked. You should have just had Joker as the villain. You shouldn't tease the Joker and then only show Joker in certain parts of the movie. Right, Daryl Jones. It's like I'm tired of slave movies. Like it's like I've seen this before. Like it's like okay, we got another slave movie for you black folks. It's like, bro, people tired of slave movies. That's why nobody really went to go see that Will Smith slave movie because everybody knew like that slave movie was trash. Right, Joker has so much potential and they squandered it because you know why? That's what Warner Brothers does. They always screw it up. You should have had Joker as the villain. It would have worked. But no, you didn't want to do that. Yeah, Joker would have stole the show. It's like, why wouldn't you have the Joker as the main villain? Like, they wasted a big opportunity with that crap. And that's what pissed me off. That's what pissed me off. Hello? Okay, okay, coming. Yeah, but you still could have gone. You still could have gone way all out for the Joker movie, the main Joker movie. Still, if you do, you would have made. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Like when you have an idea, put that idea forward. If you would have had the Joker featured as the main antagonist, then would have brought him back for the Joker movie, dog, you would have made so much money on both movies. It would have been it would have been astonishing. That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't have done that. That's why I'm saying this is the problem why DCU or DCEU, whatever they want to call it, this is why DC continues to fail in the movies because they have an idea, but they don't attack on the idea. They're like, man, whatever. It is what it is. You know, it's like, come on. It's like, come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what you're doing, man. It's crazy. Like, for real. It's crazy. They stupid as hell, but yeah. I just wanted to bring you guys that information. I might have a StreamYard tonight. I'm not sure, but I'm finna go get something to eat. Thank you guys for coming by. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if y'all do love what y'all hear, y'all can donate to the page by going to the description box, hitting that link to my Cash App to donate whatever your heart's desire. Thank you guys for your love and blessings, man. This is the DZ Report signing off. Peace.